Let me therefore, on behalf of the government and the people of Lagos State, deeply welcome you all to our city into this year's edition of Faan's National Aviation Conference, FINAC, which is holding here at the hospitable Eco Hotel and Suite. Lagos is indeed proud to be your host today, not just as Nigeria's commercial nerve center, but as the country's foremost aviation gateway and a committed partner to Faan and the federal government in building a stronger, safer, and more competitive aviation industry for our nation. Aviation at the heart of the nation's next generation story. Every serious conversation about Nigeria's economic future at some point lands in some way on the aviation. Aviation is not just an aircraft movement or passenger number. It is about competitiveness. Aviation is about connectivity, and it's about convenience building. It's about whether investors can reach our market easily. It's about where our cargo moves effectively. And it's about whether tourism can truly flourish, and whether Nigerians at home and in diaspora can remain connected to connectivity and opportunity at home. And so here in Lagos, we feel the reality every single day. The Murtala Mohammed International Airport, which remains as Nigeria's premier international gateway and one of the busiest airports in Africa, serving millions of passengers annually and anchoring the country's aviation network. But the same success that has made Lagos a regional hub have also exposed our constraints, congestions on our airstrikes and our land sites, pressure on our terminal infrastructure, the need for redundancy and resilience, and the need to position Nigeria for the next era of global aviation. One defined by larger aircrafts, more demanding passengers, e-commerce logistics, and stricter environmental standards. That's why this conference, in my view, is so important. Over the last edition, Faan has used this platform to interrogate themes such as the sustainability of Nigeria's aviation industry and the reforms required to keep our sector globally competitive. Today, we must move from conversations to a coordinated execution. Lagos is a life laboratory for integrated transportation. Lagos is a megacity under construction, not in a chaotic sense, but in a deliberate, structured way. We're building an integrated, multi-modal transport backbone, which is designed to move over 20 million residents and millions who come to do business within our jurisdiction. And so over the last 5 years, over the last couple of years, we have made history and we have progressed with your support. The Lagos Rail Transit Blue Line from Mountain to Marina is now operational. It has moved over 8 million passengers. It is being carried, on a daily basis by over 200,000. It crosses the east to the west axis of the state. The red line linking Agbado in Ogun State to Igbo, and ultimately to the National Trade Fair, to the National Arts Theatre, has been inaugurated and is progressively extending. It will also at some point extend it with the cooperation of Faan into the Murtala Mohammed International Airport by the Ikeja terminal. And so we've also signed an MOU to unveil the 68-kilometer Green Line corridor, which is meant to move from Marina, from Lekki Phase 1, all the way to the Lekki Free Trade Zone. It's designed to pass through Victoria Island, Lekki, Aja, and ultimately, with our own vision, our own Lekki International Airport. So we're building even infrastructure, we've built our own airports. And so along our BRT network, ferry services are also ongoing. We've seen upgraded investments, not only in isolated projects, where are elements of a single vision to create an integrated mobility ecosystem in which you have functional rail, you have effective road transportation, You have safe water infrastructure, and of course, air transportation, all in a seamless connectivity. And that's why it's important that we are part of the Aviation Conference. Because the competitiveness of any airport is no longer just defined by only its runway or its terminal. It is defined by the quality of its access, the speed with which passengers and workers and cargo can move between the airports, the city, the seaports, and the free trade zones, all of the industrial clusters. Lagos, we believe we're there, whereby deliberately designing and waiting for the opportunity that the airport also will bring, as not just a big idea. We see the airport as the anchor of a broader logistics and productivity platform. The Lekki-Epe future international airports, we've gotten approval, so we're just looking for the money, actually. Nigeria's next generation gateway, it is this in the context that I wish to speak about the Lagos State's proposed second airport, the Lekki-Epe International. The federal government, like I said, has granted us all of the approvals for these new airports on a PPP basis. We've seen an airport that is designed as a Code F compliant facility. We believe the airport will have capacity to land A380, which are wide-body aircraft, and they plan to run on 3,500 hectares of land, roughly just less than 5 kilometers from the Lekki-Epe Free Trade Zone. The master plan is for the airports to have a capacity to grow to over 5 million passengers annually, with modular expansion as the demand grows. The Lekki-Epe International Airport is not just a vanity project. It's a strategic response to four-person reality. We hope that we can help decongest the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. We want to also help at building a resilient MMA that has served Nigeria with distinctions for decades. But one airport cannot and should not carry the full weight of our national and regional aviation opportunity. And so we see the support of the Lekki Industrial Corridor, with the Lekki, with the Dangote Refinery, with the Lekki Free Trade Zone, with the Lekki Deep Sea Ports, and all the other emerging opportunities. An international airport, we believe, is well suited on that corridor. I know that my sister from Ogun State have started their gateway airports. We're looking at them. One day we'll just annex them and put them right next to us. But let's give Ogun State also a big round of applause. We see Air Anchor of a world-class industrial district, which we believe will reduce logistics costs. It will enable just-in-time supply chains for manufacturing, for petrochemicals, for agribusiness and high-value services. We see Lagos positioning itself as a preferred West African hub, with 2 international airports, with a deep sea port, modern rail facilities, a growing financial hub. And so we see the entire ecosystem working together. And so we see a Lagos that can compete creditably with any major city of the world, not only in commerce, but also in aviation and logistics. Not just for the point of traffic, but also from the point of transfer and cargo hub in the whole of West African and Central African hub. We see an opportunity unlocking the MROs, also in use as training and aviation services. The new airport is also being designed to have dedicated maintenance, repairs, and overhaul MRO, aviation training and cargo, e-commerce, logistics, and airport development. We see it also having opportunity for hotels and international conference centers, logistics park. We believe this is an opportunity to diversify our revenue base, to create jobs for our teeming youth, and to deepen local capacity within the aviation value chain. And so we're coming, and we're coming really big. We believe that we'll be complementing all of the efforts of Faan and the Murtala International Airport. We cannot talk about the future of aviation without talking about climate change and resilience. You see Lagos, that is lying below the coastal line. We're seeing rising sea levels. We're seeing coastal erosions and extreme weather events. There are things that we need to change, and we know that it's part of the reality of our time. And so as we plan our own international airport and expand our transport network, we're also taking it responsibly to have a world-class design infrastructure that is climate smart. For us, this means three things. We must build a green design and operation from day one. We want an airport that will be conceived with energy efficiency, with opportunity for solar panels, solar panel power generation, sustainable water and waste management, and provision of a sustainable aviation fuel as the global industry evolves. We see also an integrated low-carbon access by ensuring that we can plug the airport into a green line corridor with high-capacity PRT network. We aim to have it reduce vehicular traffic. We aim to make it a single occupancy for where rail, road, and air can all interconnect. And so we also see a resilient community and shared prosperity. We believe that no major infrastructure project can succeed without ensuring that we look at the local community around. We want to ensure that our approach around the Lekki-Egbe corridor is one that looks at an airport development as a broader plan for housing development, for skill development, for SME participation, and for environmental protection, so that the communities can see the airport as an island, but not just as a single project. This is where, in the Yoruba proverb, but SGF is here, so I will not bore him with a very, very difficult Yoruba program. But we believe that you cannot build a beautiful boat and forget your neighbor who will help you launch it. That is literally translation of Yoruba proverb I wanted to build. So our neighbors in Epe, in Lekki, in Lekki, and all of it, we believe that they have to be part of the bigger ecosystem of the Lekki International Airport. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, here ably represented by the SGF, we see that Nigeria stands at an inflection point in aviation, at a point where we have the traffic, we have the geographical advantage, we have the young, dynamic professionals, we have ambitious population, we have a growing service economy. We also have a leadership in Faan that we believe that they can take it forward. What we must now build is the needed infrastructure, is the needed governance structure, and the needed partnership that will make all of this work. And so Lagos is positioning itself as that prospective partner. And our message here is simple. We're all on aviation as a pillar for economic strategy. We see aviation, or we see the airport, not as a standalone asset, but as an integrated hub within a wider web of rail infrastructure, road infrastructure, commerce, and community engagement. We see it as a whole city. The MD used to work in some, investment banking and professional services, where as a young lady she was designing Heteropolis, or what were those names that you have. You have the opportunity as Faan MD now to build that your Heteropolis, and Lekki corridor is waiting for you to come and build. Is it an Heteropolis or an Aeropolis or something? Aeropolis. I know it has police and it has everything. I'm telling you that we have it all ready for you to come and build it. We are committed to working hard with Faan. We're committed to working hard with NCA and all other federal agencies to be able to develop this concept. And to all of our airline operators and CEOs, to our investors and to our financiers, because we believe we're still open to business, we'll invite you to work with us. I'm campaigning for our Lekki International Airport, to work with us on our rail projects, to work with us on developing an industrial corridor that will continue to make us an investor-friendly and an investor destination. We see a story of a city and a country that is intertwined. And to the Faan management, our aviation agencies, let us continue to use this conference not only to analyze our challenges, but to take decisions that will outlive us, decisions that will make our skies safer, our airport more efficient, and our sector more attractive. I cannot close without thanking Mr. President, who is here ably represented, for also looking at the challenge we currently have at the Menta International Airport. To say that we're happy with the extent and the amount of renovation and physical infrastructure that they are putting there. Mr. SGF, we want to extend our thanks to Mr. President for taking this very audacious step, and we're in support of it. And to fellow Nigerians, let us see aviation not just as an hustle in and out, but as a job where every tourist will be landing, where every investor will be landing, where every cargo shipment will be processed, where we see training as an opportunity that we cannot let it go by. In some other jurisdictions, in some other countries, all they have is their airports to sell their country. All they have is that point of contact where impressions are made. Let us make our own too. An impression that will be long-lasting for every person that connects with us through our airports. And in closing, let me borrow the words attributed to one of Africa's greatest, Julius Nyerere. He says the future is not something we enter, the future is something we create. We believe that Lagos, working with Faan, working with all other federation agencies, we can create that future that we all truly believe. I want to thank Faan once again for this platform. I want to thank all of the agencies. I want to thank the leadership of the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace. I want to thank you all, especially also my colleagues that have been part of this event here today. Thank you very much, and it's been an honor to be part of it. Thank you.
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel Goldmynetv and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.